We are ready. We are here for the pregame. Pregame. Hey, big game today. We got the Giants coming in, man. They are hungry. The record doesn't show what they really are. So let's just make sure we come out, do what we need to do this game. Come out with a win, man. That is the goal. It doesn't matter if it's by 50, by 10. Let's get the win. We in New York. Everybody getting hurt in New York, though, so we'll see.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match
I'm about to get off this shot, though.
the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants.
Oh no, I'm just, you know, I'm off the chat though. I won't look at it until the game is over. You know the rules.
Time to set
looking
the
all right in the morning.
And get ready for football as here we go.
I had a bad day for Tuesday morning football.
And only able to get this to the 19.
You know what I mean? Tuesday morning football. You gotta love it. That's just love football, man.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Go back to the base,
1st and
man.
10 at the 38.
Back to the base.
They give to Smallwood, and a good swarm to the football defensively.
That base defense back out.
About the 40. Yetur Gross Matos there to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Look at Tyreek hiding behind big boy. What are we doing over here? We got Trips? Got tray formation.
Play action. Haskins rolling to his right.
Give me those.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Can we score, please?
Picked up by the Honey
God damn, Matthew. I'm trying to. You should have like 6 touchdowns
this one
this year.
back to the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake
11 out there putting the
for this
pressure on them.
because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Wims. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Taken down
They knew what they
at
wanted
the
to dial
25.
up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to
I
side
haven't even
up
ran
the
my
field,
base,
and there they get him for
my
no
base
gain.
run
If you
formation,
can't get
man.
linemen
You're just trying to
upfield
do
to
a
the
little bit
second
of
level
extra
to
out here,
occupy
man.
them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards.
And he's going to take it in.
That's my base run formation. If you didn't know. If you didn't know, welcome.
Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really
It is a
generic.
team
and
game.
It sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard
Yeah,
line.
see you did.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Smallwood, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Gonna run up the middle.
From the 45 on 2nd down.
Damn.
Haskins.
Come on,
Complete
Sweat.
to Jones.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Now they set up the screen.
Oh, that should
That's
be a fumble,
complete.
bro.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
To throw, it's Murray. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down.
Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
See, Mostert trying to make people miss.
Before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it's complete.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Hurd, his 5th touchdown.
Look at Kyler. He's just looking nice in that pocket.
And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Solid day.
Cybered on for the PAT.
They be like, you don't pass. I be like, check the Pro Bowl.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Oh, we have kicking problems. I'm just going to let you know. We've lost some games because of our kicker. We have kicking problems, man.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
For sure, for sure.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey?
Let's say, man, you need to make some changes.
Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Giants nothing.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Oh, catch the ball, don't get blocked.
Incomplete to Marcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Got him on nickel, though.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Buying time to his left. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Tired, bro.
That catch good for only a couple.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins.
Hey, we locked up out here, Mike.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right to the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost.
Yeah, I don't know what bench press
quite
do.
well and closed quickly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down. That
Look,
leaves
11
us
tired as
starting
fuck.
up here at a
Stop when you
3rd
get
and
manned
8.
on. By Tyrann Mathieu, man.
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted.
Get Bryant, my DN. I didn't like that, bro. DN's got better form than that.
They will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
That 11 out there tired as hell. Next, I'm going to press the other receiver. Nah, Sweat ain't coming back, bro. You know he's 94 speed 92. Sweat ain't coming back. I got 6'7" on the right, 6'6" on the left. It ain't happening, man. I can't. I can't. I hope Mixon should be doing good for you, man. You should be happy with Mixon.
And now the kick is away. And no return on this one.
Sweat.
It's a fair catch.
Yeah, he gonna grow nice and right. San Francisco, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now what we're gonna do is put my man's back in. us, and then we're gonna go opposite side. Matthew on this side.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you don't want to. No, but
Sweat 6-6.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw
Come on,
secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
third down. It's Wendell Smallwood. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's got a first down.
Come on, Matthew.
And he's got it.
Why are you letting this man route you like that?
47-yard line.
He's just trying to get some press game, bruh.
And a Giants first down.
It's time to tire out
Definitely
these
been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move
way
the
too much
ball.
energy right now.
And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
There's a ball thrown right
Absolutely
side
my fault.
and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Hey, check Mike 6.
First down, a run with Smallwood.
But Winfield, I need you to be a hitter, bro. When you coming downhill like you.
But a nice little gain.
Scary.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. A big seam, and he might go all the way.
Thank God, die.
Score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Hey, he about to get offered that star material, man. He just basic right
Make
now.
it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about
did?
being in the groove.
He didn't
and what
even
are the
get
odds of what we're
offered
seeing
to,
right
like,
here? You don't see it happen very
develop?
often. Listen, you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And my goodness,
Don't sleep on Wallace either.
Interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. After the turnover, here's Murray. Rodgers brings it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Trust me, I'm not worried. He's going to be a superstar, bro.
10.
Trust me, I'm not worried, man. He's going to be a superstar. Superstar at 94 speed, you feel me? And I know why you want him, man. Hey, it was a good, I feel like we made a good deal. You know, man? I feel like we made a good deal. He belongs, he's a Niner, man. I'm just saying, he's a Niner. I like
Coming
that you
up after the
recognize
half, a
his
reminder,
potential,
we go back to
though. I
Orlando
do
to
like
check
that.
in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our
Wrong
first half
decision
as well
again,
as a look
bro.
ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And
Come on,
he'll be
3-4.
taking
How you
down here at
letting a
about the
corner get
11.
off you like that?
Just a couple on the pickup
Come
there,
on,
and now it's
bro.
third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
To throw on third down. Murray to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He may try and run.
Come on, 71.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Being chased out left. And an incomplete
Good coverage,
pass.
fellas.
On the keeper.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Brings up second.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
It's our field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haskins. And that
See
is
you sweat.
incomplete. The passing game not
Oh,
in
yeah.
sync here early. And now
A lot
it's
of people
4th
eating
down.
right now, Mike.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one
Fuck
either.
those little
No
out
room to
routes,
get the
bro.
offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Got three down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he
Hey,
hauls
Mike.
it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
You're just trying to play some football out there,
They
man.
have really had
You
their
can't
way
pass.
so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get
I don't
one
want him to
more
quit, though.
as they headed into the
Like,
half,
straight up,
and
I don't
they
want
got
him
it
to quit.
done.
Extra
I
point by
need these
Seibert
stats,
up
actually.
and good, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here
we
late
play
in
a
the
lot
half, he'll
better
just take a knee and they'll bring the
on the
football
road,
out
man.
to the 25.
I don't know what it is. Really just do.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Who are we running?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman.
I can't count time out. Good call.
Report.
Good call.
Coach,
and he did it fast.
It's the 49ers
Bad
out
kick,
in
though.
front, and they will get the football first as well as we are
Must have
back
missed
and started in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Murray going to throw. Catch is made by Hurd. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Let's go, D.
It's Coleman here. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of
we didn't even run it in the first half like that.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
And across the goal line into the end zone.
Power that baby in.
Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His 21st touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Niners 41, Giants nothing. Austin Seibert.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring
Good
this one
morning,
out as the
America.
drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
Come on, Matthew.
They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Alert 3 to 6. Pull it high. Off.
Throwing again. Haskins. And they'll go back to
Come on,
Robinson.
Lewis.
This time he's got him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2000. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
You leave it open, I'm going to hit it.
Jalen Hurd.
That's what it comes down to, fellas.
TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll.
Well,
this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition
Go to work, Niners.
of jumbled
Let's go to work,
defensively.
fellas.
One play and into the end zone. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run Smallwood. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now Haskins to throw it. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Sweat, he said 94 speed.
There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back.
They want Sweat. Why they
Fumble
want
return
Sweat
for
like that,
the
man?
touchdown.
You sweating me.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
They'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. So quick on the spin.
Every single player tried to get a hit stick.
Out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
You can shut up.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins eluding the pressure right. A dump off to Smallwood. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. Smallwood.
Hey, we have people everywhere, man.
They were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Smallwood. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard
I think he's just going to run the ball.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Yetur Gross-Matos, his 2nd sack of the night.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
57 to Mike.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Has not had a big day today.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback
passing,
angle.
they
You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
57, Mike 57.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
57, Mike 57.
Murray now on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Linebacker's too slow to handle that guy, man.
Into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Javon Wims, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And this one through the uprights and good.
The score, Niners 62, Giants nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Got nothing bad to say, man. He's out here playing the whole game.
This will make it into the end zone.
There's people in here that would quit by now,
that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Haskins.
I thought I was going to be able to get there. Matthew everywhere right now.
45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Operating from the gun, Haskins.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways?
I see midpoint of 1 and 2, so if they throw the seam, you can get there because free safety had a little immediate threat on the opposite side. I see you.
Work out so hard in the offseason so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Let's make these dudes tired a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Haskins looking deep for Julio. That's
my
inside the
fault.
20.
Gave up a tug. Trying to tire him out with bench press. My fault for not playing over top when I know people get beat easy. My fault.
And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 6.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there.
Sorry, I got to give it to my man Coleman, man. Hey, Mostert, I love you, bro. You a Niner for life, bro. But we in the runnings for MVP, so we got to get that MVP. And touchdowns to get the MVP, no lie. Mostert had a better game today, though. He did.
Touchdown number 22
he got his
on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Niners 69, Giants 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Good
you don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Oh, you guys getting routed out here.
On the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Right here.
And off comes to Smallwood. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down.
Those hook zones, baby.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
They will run again with Coleman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's Coleman. There he goes.
That's what we
left
needed
side.
today, Coleman.
The 40.
Needed a big run, bro.
20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown.
We're just trying to play ball, man. No offense, we just need the stats.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great
We're
as
running. We're not
for
even throwing the ball
offense,
no more.
you
We're
gotta
running.
feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Look at that. Oh, he did? He dropped something?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Haskins. This one complete to Smallwood. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Sweat's a hitter, man.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Haskins.
Absolutely
Open
my
man
fault
is
for
Howard, the
fucking-
tight end. And he takes it all the way
Taking his
down to the
ass.
3. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across
Good
the
game.
35.
TGG's. Appreciate you coming out. He came out. He played hard today. We play better on the road. What can we say? We have another road game, so we're confident about the next road game. We don't have a home game for a while, so pretty confident that we're going on a little streak. Appreciate you guys for coming to the game. If you saw anything you like, leave a comment. anything I can prove, leave a comment. I'm always here to learn. I'm always here to coach up. Appreciate you guys for coming. TDG's out. Ooh, we had 213 passing, 225 rushing, 10 takeaways. Not a bad day. Not a bad day.